Hello boys and girls, I'm Daniel Mustran, I'm Pipemaker from Croatia. Yesterday I didn't have time to go to the... Actually I did have time, but the problem was I was simply too tired. So I went home after my primary job and just hit the sack. Anyway, the doodling pipe, it progresses. I will shape the stem today. It's still like round. And I will have to see if I will blast her or just have her rusticated or something. And related, the second one that I started, I'm struggling with her. You know, when you have a project like a pipe that you not plan to make like this or that, you rethink every step that you make. When you are just making with steps as they come, with the things that you need to do as they come, usually you end up doing things that you didn't want to do. So basically the second one didn't go as I wanted to go, meaning she didn't go as clean as I wanted to go, meaning I encountered problems, meaning I made some BS. I actually almost ruined the block, and I'm saving it. I drilled too much because of the angles that I wanted to use, and because she was like on a hard angle and almost like a full bend, or yeah, full bend. So I drilled too much, like 2 millimeters more than needed, and I didn't want to leave it like that, so I'm shortening the pipe and we'll try to save her. Yeah, it happens, especially when you don't plan anything. And the other thing, as soon as possible, I will substitute this one with something interesting. You have seen the pipe, the shape I made once, I think, but this one that is on my workbench for a couple of months now, she has a flaw in the material, nothing too crazy. I can use her, but I cannot sell her. Okay, so I figured that I will not stain her at all. I will leave her in natural color with the flaw inside and use her like that. And I think that she will be my workshop pipe. Today I will finish that one. I will finish those 2 more pipes, like number 3 and number 4, for the limited edition of 4 pipes now. And I will open 2 orders that I need to make. So yeah, hopefully I will make some video while doing that. So enough talking, and let's make some dust, okay? Guys, one thing, never smoke a pipe while doing your acrylic stems, galolith stems, bakelite stems, stuff like that, because usually when you have your pipe in your mouth, particles from the material that you are sanding with Dremel or something will end up in your pipe, so don't do that. It's enough that we have to inhale it while working with it, while sanding it, but I think it's no fun to smoke an acrylic rod, you know, so yeah, don't do that. Almost forgot. Look what I got. That's a new material, a little bit harder material from Chris Kelly. His rods, I have already the regular stuff, but he's experimenting with this, and he sent me a sample to try it on and to use the regular rod and compare those two, how they behave. So soon, very soon, expect to see a video about Chris Kelly's rod material for stems and how to polish them, as I was saying a couple of weeks ago. Okay? So how I'm bending my stems? Well, I'm using a pipe cleaner like this, not to collapse the thin part here, and I'm using this guy. It is a Bosch heat gun that has temperatures that you can choose, and mine is just a little bit above 9. And I'm using it to heat lightly like this, to heat the stem. I have been using it ever since I started making pipes, never had a problem. Just be careful not to heat up the part where the button is too much, because it might get nasty. You might ruin the opening like this. Then I shut it down and try to bend it carefully and watch for the curve to be as I want it to be. Then cool it off, correct it a little bit if needed. And don't heat it too much, just enough, you know, to bend the material, because if you heat it too much it will become too soft. I'm talking here about acrylic and ebonite. The rest of the materials you have to check if they are bendable using heat, and how to bend them. Like bakelite is a little bit tricky. Chris Kelly rods, like this one, yeah, you can bend it, no problem. Okay, let's do some polishing. When I'm polishing, I'm using the masking tape to protect the rest of the pipe until I'm happy with this, and then I'm polishing all together the wooden and the part of the shank and the tenon. So yeah, let's do that. happy how she's turning out, because I can see some sandpaper leftovers from sanding close to the button, and yeah, I need to remove those with 800 grit sandpaper. You can use 800 grit or 600 grit, whatever is good for you, because acrylic is really a forgiving material when you are talking about making the stem smooth and shiny. So what I will do, I will use first 600 and after that 800, and I think that it will be enough. If not, then I will use 800 again, just to lose. I had like, I will write that, maybe you will see. You see this line that I made with a pen? That's where I had a little line, because when you are sanding, you have this part of the, you will see that this part where it's bent, and the material, the sandpaper, when you fold it, it will sometimes create this, you know, and that's where you will usually have the line if you are not careful. So what I do this also, just to remove that line. It's not that of a problem for me to remove problems close to the button, because you are looking for those and you are moving them. And sometimes even you can do this. Let's see if I can show you. Not push it flat, but lift it a little bit up and then do circular movements to remove the leftovers. Okay, that's 600, and I will use a little bit of 800. Yeah, that's why I'm having dirty clothes on me, because I like to use those for cleaning. Let me see if that will be okay. Yeah, the pipe is pretty much done. I just need to work around that stem. Okay. Yeah, I think it will be okay. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Let's do the polishing. All that was a rough polishing. We can remove the tape now, because I'm pretty happy how the rough polished stem is looking. Align it properly, so then when you are done it stays flush. I think that we are ready for smooth polishing. Let's see. I will use the tape again, because I don't want to have the polishing wheel. Oh geez, I'm going blind day by day. I really need to start wearing glasses full time. Okay, we got it. In the corner where the button goes towards the pipe, where the button ends, so that your wheel can go into the corner actually and polish. One more thing, when you are done, remove the tape, because the glue that is applied on the tape that makes it stick to the surface really likes to stay on the material. So it's not a problem if it stays on the stem, because you can clean it, but if it stays on the wood, it's a little bit more tricky to clean it. So, the final step, because these pipes will not receive carnauba, they are just oiled and polished, and that's it. So the surface is made, it's not shiny, it's kind of a dull shine of a sort. So when you're done, you need to clean, don't forget to do that, you need to clean the inside of the chamber, and that's what I do now. So what I'm using to clean the inside of the chamber is 12mm drum, coarse one, not a smooth one, it doesn't have to be smooth. Yeah. I don't like to have my chambers smooth as a baby butt. I like to have them a little bit rough, because I think that the cake will develop a lot better and faster even if you don't coat the chambers. So I like to keep the chambers a little bit rough, smooth surface, like a uniform surface, not with bumps or anything, but a little bit rough in order to build the cake faster. Okay. That's about it, and what we need to do is to push a stamp into the pipe. So that's my stamp. Yep, and that's it. I will blacken the inside of the pipe, and she will be done. One more thing, you see that corner over there? Well, sometimes it can happen that you polish a pipe, think about whatever, and then in a single moment the polishing wheel catches your pipe and she flies away, and that's a good way to destroy a pipe. So it would be good to have a guy over there like in a baseball, a guy that will hopefully have not too much work to do, but in a crucial moment that will be there to catch the pipe. Fortunately, I have to knock on the wood. I didn't have that kind of incident lately, and hopefully I will not have it really soon. but it happened. So be careful not to push too much, not to be careful and feel how the wheel goes across that surface of the pipe, because you will not be able to react at all. It will just fly away, you know. And basically, if you are lucky, you will not completely destroy the pipe, but sometimes it might happen also that. So yeah, one tip. You could leave a comment below to tell me how the guy in the baseball that catches those balls is called. What's his name? The baseball guys in the baseball.